Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show. Welcome to a view of open broadcast software where you get to see the back end of how it all works. Got to make sure my co-host's voice is in there. Let's welcome Mr. Drake Takes. How are you, sir?
Am I in there?
You are in there,
Is it in
baby.
there? Is it
It's all
working?
happening.
What's up? What's up,
What's
everybody? Happy
up?
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Oh, my earbud fell out. Oh, I got it. I caught it. I caught it. My quick cat-like reflexes. Um, This is the All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show, everybody, here on channel Rob Twohy, the show that's meant to teach and help those of you watching in the viewing audience uh, about Fantasy Grounds, but keep in mind that we have no affiliation with Fantasy Grounds or Smiteworks USA LLC or DM's Guild or The Forge or anything we talk about. We're just fans. We don't have any official connection. And how are you doing, Drake?
Doing wonderful. I made all this stuff on the grill and hamburgers, and I even cooked some zucchini and corn on the cob, and I ate, and now I'm a potato.
I had, for those of you that are familiar, I had A&W today. A&W root beer, and I had a coney dog and some fries, and I have another coney dog in the fridge waiting for me for later.
When people
So,
say, "What do you want?" Do you want a good root beer? And all root beers are the same to me, except ICB is the best.
oh yeah, ICB root beers. Are we saying that right?
And
Is it
then there are
ICB? It is.
IBC,
I
IB,
I know what you're
yeah,
talking about. Um,
IBC.
it's IBC root beer. Yes, yeah, it is so good. But A&W
Yeah.
root beer is good too. From
Yeah, but
especially
all the other root beer A and what there's like 4 or 5. They all kind of taste the same to me, except for IBC is like premium, right? It's like
yeah, it is. And whenever you get it at restaurants and they charge you like $5 for a bottle or whatever. Anyway,
maybe
so
because it's
good.
in the bottle.
But yeah, grilled hamburgers. I would have enjoyed that at your house. I miss Zips. Delta's Ghost says because Zips is not everywhere. Zips is here where I live, but it's not everywhere, and it's really good.
What is Zips, like a burger joint?
Yeah, it's like a burger joint, but they have other things too. They have, you can get like fish and hot dogs, but it's mainly burgers. But yeah, it's a local. I think it's
They
a
must have they must have A&W root beer because
no, no. They don't. You know what they did is they switched recently. Well, this has been many months ago. They switched their well, because I think the people that make it did this. They had like Sierra Mist, and then they went to the Starry. Starry is the new Sierra Mist, and it is gross. It is just fucking not good. And I don't know why they changed their formulation or whatever, but I don't think Sierra Mist is anything you can get anymore. If you go try to
it,
find
it
it, it's
was
like
a
gone.
it was a it was a wow Taco Bell like place, Sierra Mist. Like you
Oh,
couldn't
and
get.
then Taco Bell, by the way, they changed over to this Cantina menu, and it is disgusting. It is so bad. I don't. Then they kind of some of the restaurants got rid of like you can't even order shit you could order before. It's really weird. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these
I
fast
gave
food
up on
places.
Taco Bell when they took the chili cheese burrito away. I'm like, why would you take my favorite burrito away? It just
And
didn't make
then
no sense to me.
Taco Bell was very famous for being the place that did not have um, um, tater tots, right? And then they got tater tots, but they pulled a McDonald's. They pulled like a McRib situation where they only had them for a limited time and they took them away. And I'm like, what the? I mean, I guess they do market research and they don't sell well enough or whatever, but you got to tell people they're there. You only put them there for a week and then they don't sell. You're like, well, yeah, nobody knew they were there. But
Biggest
anyway,
problem with stuff is waste, right?
yeah. So this show, as much as it is about our personal misgivings about shit that's happening in society, is also about Fantasy Grounds. So guys, if you're in the chat and you have questions about Fantasy Grounds or something you'd like to see us do, by all means, let us know and we'll try and do it for you. Today's Robin's days off. Fury Fate is not here. We don't know why she isn't here. She's supposed to be here. Um, Other than that, if you have questions about Taco Bell or fried hamburgers or anything else, you can ask us questions about anything. We'll try to answer it for you. So
You can look
fire.
in the FAQ right there on the Fantasy Grounds, right on the. Just click on facts, and there'll be answers about
Right,
Taco
just go
Bell
right
on
here,
there.
and then it'll take you right over to this thing, which is the Atlassian.net wiki, and you can get all your questions answered. You don't need us, but we do this. We've been doing this show consistently. Barring being sick or taking vacations, we started this in February of 18, and we start. For those of you that didn't watch back then, we did it twice a week. We did it on Tuesdays and Sundays, and it was just Leroon and I. And we did that for about, I don't know, 6 weeks or so. And we were like, holy fuck. And then we just went to, Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday, Tuesday, Sunday. And then we just went to Sundays after about 2 months or so. And then we've been doing it. And that's how long we've been doing it. And here's every show and what we talked about. And all the way down to today, which is April 14th. Here, I'm going to go ahead and green this out because you got to do it sometime during the show. And we've given away a prize on every single one of these. So this is our 281st show. So as you guys know that watch regularly, we give away at least one prize on the show every week, and sometimes many more. And sometimes when we have a big show, like for example, on August 25th, the big show, the 300th episode, we're going to give away like so many prizes you guys don't even know. Write down on your calendar, August 25th. Don't miss that day.
You gotta come in Sparta clothes too. Oh yeah, I'm Sparta.
You got to cosplay. You got to cosplay fantasy, all things fantasy. And we have to
It's
get you
gonna
on
be a
camera
big
somehow.
hole.
You have to send in. You have to put your picture of you in the Discord, and then we'll post it or whatever. I don't know how you're supposed to cosplay this show. I guess you just
Maybe throw pictures in a big hole. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Does anyone in the chat have any? Let's see. Delta's Ghost said
Oh, you
fry
gotta take
sauce.
Fury off. Cross her out.
Oh yeah, she's out. She's out.
She don't get credit. I'm catching up to her. I'm gonna pass her here in the next couple months.
Yeah, let's find out. So I've been here 281 times, obviously. Fury Fate 188, Drake 127, Leroon 98. Leroon 98 doesn't seem right, but it is. That includes his guest spots too. And Robin 90, that also doesn't seem right. Seems like she did, but she only does every other week now, Robin. So there you go. And yeah, I'm in this.
She was also like weekly on your Wednesday shows too, or is that just this All Things? That's just All Things though.
Yeah, this is just for this show.
Yeah.
Yep. And you see that I'm self-taught in in spreadsheets, and I learned how to do these, how to count shit by looking at the name and all this other stuff. Look at these formulas. You got to count it if, and plus count it if. Oh, there's the cat.
Meow.
Yeah, you can hear the cat. Anyway, go ahead, chat. Ask questions. Ask questions about anything. Give us a prompt so we can keep talking.
Was there any new releases?
There's not.
April said something. I don't know what it was.
There's not new releases. No.
Oh, there is something happened in 6 days though. Sale.
Oh, right. I need to mention that. Yeah, the last release we have is March 12th, so no new releases. Get rid of this. This back over here. So, as a reminder, yes. Don't forget, everyone, that you can go to the here. Let me put the link here. You go to this link that I put in the chat, and I'll make sure it shows up on screen here. Drag it over from the other monitor. Sometimes my dragging is slow somehow. So if you go here to the Team Twohy Fantasy Grounds page, everything here, there's 87 items here. There's 87 products. And if you go there right now, you can buy any of them. Please do. But on April 20th, which is this coming Saturday, I believe. Let's check that on the calendar. I know it's 6 days from today, so it should be the 20th, but yeah, Saturday. From midnight to midnight Pacific time. What's up, Crit Fest? From midnight to midnight Pacific time, which is UTC -7. All of these items, all 87 of these items, will be 50% off for that day. So you can go hog wild. You can go hog wild. Oh, good. Here, Mosk and Foz is asking a legit question, which I don't have an answer for, but at least it's a question. Maybe Drake can answer it. So yeah, you guys can go hog wild on April 20th. Write that down. Put it in your iPhone or your Amazon, not your Amazon, your analog, not your
Shogun,
analog.
like the movies or the TV series? There was a
I think he's
Shogun
talking about
TV series.
this. There's a new TV series out now called
Oh, I don't
Shogun,
know.
and it's
I remember the old one, wasn't it? Didn't have the was this the karate guy? What was his name?
Oh, you're thinking about David Carradine, but it
Yeah,
wasn't him. It was
wasn't it?
Richard. No, it was Richard. What was that guy's name? I don't know. It was like in the 70s.
I never got into the karate movies too much. You want to
But
fight? Fight me!
I like this guy. I like this actor. I like Nestor Campbell. I like him. I don't know any of the rest of the people. But my answer, Mosk and Foz, is I have not watched it. Is it
Kung
a
Fu,
complete?
that's the one.
Is it a Kung Fu, right? But the old Shogun in the 70s was Richard. What the hell was that guy's name? 1980.
Richard Chamberlain.
Richard Chamberlain. Thank you.
Nothing.
Yeah, thank you.
Delta's Code says, which extension would you not do without while running a game? Is that for Rob to answer? Because he doesn't run games anymore, so he
Oh,
can't
but I can answer. But which extension can you not do without? Ooh, that is a good question. So anyway, my answer, Mosk and Foz, is I have not watched the Shogun, so I don't know. I cannot answer. But let's take a look at the extension list and see which one would I not be able to do without. Drake, can you answer that? What one would you not be able to do without?
Wow.
Um,
all of them I wouldn't want to do without.
I mean that's a tough one. That's like Sophie's choice.
Right? I can only use one extension, and
yeah, our hammer. I might watch it. I might watch I got my list of shit I have to watch is so long that Shogun would just get added to it. But it really is Sophie's choice which one extension. But I'm gonna try to answer that. I'm gonna try to do well. Obviously, it would be Rob Twohy's next level automation. That's the one I'd have to have.
That's it. No milestones, baby.
Holy Testicle Tuesday.
Where did that come? That hasn't been played in a long time. Holy
that's
cow.
When McClancy just resubbed to the stream for 80 months in a row. 80 months, you guys. That has to be a record. That has to be a record. Is it a record? That just has to be. It's totally a record. Drake is followed by 70. So 80 months, that's 6.5 years, whatever the hell it is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. McClancy. He doesn't like when I call him, but look at his screen name, McClancy. Like, I didn't know his name was Mark.
I do it too, McClancy.
McClancy 10,006. He chose it, not me. I didn't make him have that name.
His name's Mark McClancy, isn't it? Isn't that what it is?
His name is Mark Clancy.
I know.
But he chose McClancy. Great. I think when I first met him, he was at the first. Sometimes we do these get-togethers, and he was at the first one. And I think when my memory of this might be wrong, but the way I like to remember it is, I shook his hand and maybe even gave him a man hug, with one arm behind the back. And I said, "Oh, it's nice to meet you, McClancy." And he looked at me and went, "Mark." Like, dude, get it straight.
And his look he gives you,
yeah, with that look he But you and him and a couple other guys have become, it's funny because you don't think of friends that you meet on the internet as becoming like real friends, but there's 4 or 5 of you guys that have become like my real close friends. I mean, we talk all the time. We see each other all the time, even if it's on camera or whatever. But Mark, that you guys know the story about Mark. When I was in the rehab facility, he flew to my town and rented a car and brought me pizza. And I mean, stuff. That's not a friend, right? That's a good friend. Okay,
He was
so
hoping he was hoping you're going to leave him in the will. That's what he was
right, he doesn't need me to leave him in the will. Believe me,
hoping.
he doesn't need it. Um. So yeah, many people would say critically awesome essentials would be their answer, and it's not. These are not ranked or anything. That just happens to be the first one listed there. I think they're alphabetical by name that you by the way they appear in Fantasy Grounds when you load a campaign. They're alphabetical by this window here, and so Diablo Bob. Well, after you go through Devon feature, but you'll see that Devon feature, yeah, those come up top, and then theme, and then Diablo Bob puts a little dash in front of all his to, I guess to, I don't know why he does it, but to get listed first. Anyway, let's go back to what I was saying. So where was I here?
I'm going to take a look at chat.
Oh my God, I got to catch up to chat. Where's okay? But I was on the list of. Here we go, right here. So I still have to answer the question. So yeah, if it isn't jokingly my own Rob Twohy next level XP automation, I would say I can't do without. Well, link fill, which is a free one. If you're using the coding, yeah, link fill would have to be a must because that's what allows you to read the descriptions of the spells when you're using the coding packages. Because they can't be put in there; they have to be like tricked in.
I mean, I don't use it as much as I should, but I do use it a lot. Is requested roles.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
but that's not one of mine.
right?
So that sucks for you to answer that way. um,
But
wow,
the other one that
wound colors you wouldn't think would be a big thing, but it is for me because that's what does the 5 colors instead of 3 or whatever. Yeah, it's
the
a
other one
really
that I think was a game changer for me was indicators. I mean,
indicators is really good. Yeah,
I
so
mean it really
uh,
fixed trying to find whose turn it is and all that kind of stuff on the map.
I hate to answer this in a lame manner, but my answer is gonna have to be all of them. Like I don't think I can pick one. It's really rough, but you can go to this. You can go to this. This spreadsheet that I'm looking at is publicly available. It is linked in my Discord, but I'll put the link in the chat. You can go here and read the descriptions of what they do and be like, "Oh crap, I guess I need that," and go get it, whatever. And the links to how to get them are all there. All right, let's catch up. Critfest says, so I'm not sure what today's topics are going over, but I've been out of the loop since November of 23, thanks to a separation and pending divorce. Oh, you know what? Everybody's getting divorced. I swear to God, everybody that I know that has a spouse is getting rid of them. I don't know. And I had a computer crash and lost my campaign. Oh, man. I know. I have a backup from September. If you need anything to share with folks, I have zero clue as to what has been updated or added to you. Cryptfest, if you want to get back into things, as far as updates, you can always go to my Discord server. And when you're on the Rob Twohy Discord server, you can go to uh, product, not product announcements. Where is it? Well, you can go to how to use this Discord and then find out how to. Is it product updates? Yeah, product updates will teach you. Yeah, here's how you can tell what's been updated lately. Then you can follow follow these instructions, and you'll know how to do it. But anyway, welcome back. And if you have any other questions or if you want to PM me personally, you can do that in Discord. That's fine too. Show the 2.5 mechanics of FG, Moskenfaz says. Show the 2.5 mechanics. Well, if I only knew what you were talking about, I would show it. So, Moskenfaz, restate that. Hydrate. Drake takes hydrate.
The 3D stuff. He wants you to show off the 3D stuff.
Oh, that. Okay.
See how your asset window is for your PNG files.
Simbarchi's asking, does Critically Awesome Essentials work with the new camera angles and use the correct character images? We'll look at that because the answer is I don't know. And if I'm unable... Kitty, shut up. Oh my God. Come here, kitty. Meow, meow, meow. Stop being a cat. What's your deal?
I guess you could get it all set up on your table to work with all the images, but as the base model right now, like default plug and play, I don't think the 3D window has anything set in it, right? As a
yeah, like
default.
I think the answer to does that 3D window work with anything is no. It's like a separate thing. But here, we'll show it what we're talking about here. So I don't know that any of the characters I have on this table are on maps, but let's find out. Wait, you gotta do that in the combat tracker. Because you can't do it on like there anymore.
Yeah, you can.
You can do it on the character sheet?
Yeah, click on the thing there. And then
That brings that up.
it would show a little circle in the middle between the flat token and the camera token if it was on a map, and you can just click it.
Oh.
So when you put it on a map, open it again and you'll see it.
Okay. Oh my God, kitty, please be quiet. What is your deal? Why are you meowing? Only when I'm sitting in this fucking chair does she do that. Or he. It's him. There's two of them. She is quietly sitting here making no noise. Good for you, kitty. I'll give you here. Let me give you a treat, but then he's gonna get some too, and he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, and it's also
Kitty
Bob's
treats.
got to fix an issue when the like a large bear is drug from wild shape onto the map. It's still making it just medium size image and not a
So
large
Critically
image.
Awesome Essentials is
But
working right now
it all else works, yeah.
because it was broken for a while, and the reason it was broken is that when Fantasy Grounds does a major update, they usually change back end shit that screws with everybody's extensions, and everybody has to rush to fix it. So Bob had fixed it, but there's still a glitch or two in it. So I'm not specifically privy to which those are, but let's get a map. So let's go to. They've changed so much I don't even know how to open shit. Modules, activation. Oh yeah, let me close those. I was looking at Legendary Dragons for a guy who was complaining that information was missing, and then I found out that the reason the information is missing is it was never there because the authors updated the PDF, and whenever they do that, there's no way for us to know what the hell's going on. All right. So, maps. Fantasy Grounds battle map. All right, let's just open one. Battle map outdoor. We like that one. Oh, and she's already on it. So, now what were you saying about? Wait, if I close this, if I close that and then I do this, yeah, it does work. Okay. Now, what were you saying about a camera and a go into her
Well,
character?
usually if you go to the character portrait and you click up there, yeah, there it is. See the little right in the middle.
Oh,
The bottom
this.
in the middle. Yeah. Open
Oh,
token link.
oh. I didn't know that. Open the link on the map. Okay, well, I didn't know that. That's interesting. All right, so now you guys are getting away from me. The original question was show the 2.5. So here's a button here that says view mode toggle camera. And then this takes it into a, I guess we're calling this 2.5. This takes it into a 3D view. and you can, and then all the tokens on the map will be, uh, right? So that's kind of cool. And you can do things with that. Now, I think one of the questions was if you do CAE, does it work on this map? It should. I don't know that you'd want to do it while this map is showing. You'd probably want to do it here and then go to this map after the fact, right? You don't want to do it. I think if you did it, maybe it doesn't affect it at all. Maybe you can do it while it's this map. I don't know.
Yeah, but none of the images are the PNGs yet. If you
No.
use go to the Cloud Giant out of the monster manual, open the Cloud Giant
So open the Cloud
and click
Giant.
on his image.
Yeah. Click on his image.
Well, no, I'm sorry, his token.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a short way. So you only have the token. But if you go to the monster manual, you can open the monster manual and use your asset, yeah, and drag that image onto the token image up top. Drag it down to the token camera too.
oh.
Now redrag him to the map. The Cloud Giant. Now look at 2D view.
Oh.
Aha!
So there you go. That's something I didn't know, you guys. So what you do is you go to the character. Let's recreate that. You go to the character, right? You click on his token, and then you can have the images, the token flat, what it looks like, token camera, what it looks like, and the full body. Now on the regular map is going to be the token, right? So yeah. So but when you go to the 3D, there he is, baby. Check him
And
out.
grab now that you got the monster manual open, grab any monster out of the monster manual and drag him into the combat tracker and then onto the map.
Let's do
Something big like
like
ancient black dragon.
ancient black dragon. Let's do it. And then drag ancient black dragon onto the map. Oh, holy shit. Gotta make him visible. Holy God. Look at that. That's cool.
So they've gone through and redid all of the images once in PNG, and then I
Oh, and
think they had to go
they
through
face
all
you.
and
They
do them
stay
again in WebM or whatever they are.
Yeah, they
Web,
stay facing you. Oh yeah, they had to redo
but
everything. They stay facing you. That's funny.
yeah, that's why they're not having a lot of assets yet, like walls and stuff, because they
Yeah,
all rotate to face you. So
right. That is cool. Okay, now I got to go back. Did I miss anybody? Holy God. I asked because it looks for me like it only shows the token and not the camera. Oh, so now you know how to fix that, Simbarchi. There's this show on Sunday. Uh, shit, that's really cool. Tried that Drake takes better. Okay, no, I'm sure it's no access to 3D. There was one. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay, okay, good. Characters are what's going to be the kryptonite unless folks build their own. Oh yeah. So
also the other
what's
thing
up,
that's
Fantasy Grounds
cool
again?
is go to the 2D view. And let's say the black dragon has a burrow speed. Click on the dragon and then Alt underground minus his elevation height.
Oh, bye bye.
He's
That's
under the
funny.
ground.
That's funny, and it can fly too. That's funny. That is so great. Feared Fate. Bye bye. She's not in the show. Oh, that's funny. That's really great. So like, if we were let's back way up, then you could do
It's
the
starting to look
flying thing.
like tabletop simulator when you back up.
Yeah, a lot of people. So some people are complaining. This has been not just this 2D 2.5, whatever they're calling this. I mean, it's 3D to me, but a lot of people are complaining yet again since this came out. But I've had people complain to me that all of the automation that we do for them is making Fantasy Grounds turn into a video game, and it's not a virtual tabletop simulator anymore. It's just a video game. And I'm like, you're way overstating what's happening. That's
Well,
not true.
yeah, I mean, if you use it like that, maybe if you get too automated, but that's up to you as the DM. I mean, or the GM running the game
Right. You
if
don't
you want
have
to
to
use
use that
all
shit.
that.
Yeah.
You can use one extension. You don't have to use 75 or whatever I
Right. And
have.
the whole idea of making extensions, at least for me and the group of people that I play with, and Team Twohy and everything, was born out of that one day in 2016 or 2017 when uh, we were automating Fireball or doing something, and then somebody said, I think it was Stooner said, because I would stop the game and I would be like, stop, we're gonna code this, and people were like, come on, Rob, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. We only have to code it once, then we'll always have it forever whenever we play. And then Stooner goes, you should just code everything and be done with it. And we all laugh, ha ha ha, yeah, right. How many thousands of hours would that take? And then up pops DM's Guild, where you can sell stuff. And then the guy from DM's Guild um, emailed me and said, you've got some pretty, I put everything pay what you want or whatever. And I had I didn't have any codings. I had this a list of the feats that you could choose from so you could look at them all at the same time, and a list of the class traits that you could look at them at the same time. And he goes, you got some pretty interesting stuff here. He goes, I don't really know what Fantasy Grounds is, but you should you should put a price on some of these. And I said, okay, yeah, right. And then I made like 9 cents, and then I made 13 cents. And then along comes Stooner and goes, you should just do all these and sell them. And then that turned into me buying a house way back in the good days. Well, it's not the good days anymore. The good days are gone now, because I think you make stuff and then everybody buys it. And my business model isn't. I didn't have I don't have a subscription model. I don't have a thing. You need to keep doing this. It's my model was buy it once and you own it, and then I can't sell it to you anymore. So I got to make new shit. But anyway, yeah. So, but the people who think Fantasy Grounds is turning into a video game, I think you're just way off on that. Say that. Too much automation doesn't exist. That's right, Celestian. The more automation, the more is left to the DM. Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing. The more you can automate stuff, especially for a great many of our extensions are for so that players can do things in the game without having to bother the DM. Like passing, for example, passing an NPC's turn. Instead of saying, "Hey DM, I'm done with the NPC. Can you pass the turn?" Player can pass the turn. We worked our way around it. There's quality of life stuff like that. Fantasy
The
Grounds Academy says try Foundry. It's even more so a task than
You
a
can
video
also
game style
use
experience.
animated maps now, which is I mean, Rob doesn't even have any, I don't think. Do you have any animated maps anywhere?
Um, not. I mean, there's a couple that we know of, but I don't have any.
I
Uh,
had a bunch on my Fantasy Grounds and I took them out because every time I opened my assets, it was lagging them down. So
Noldar, you're asking, are there tutorials on how to do some of that coding? So one, the only way there's not really tutorials, but there is instruction, and how you can find that is um, in the Fantasy Ground wiki, right here in this wiki. Let's search for what is it? What do they call it? They don't call it coding. They call it Jesus, what do they call it? Automation? They don't really call it that, but oh, effects. They call it effects. Yeah. So I guess you have to narrow it down to 5e. Wow, they're not having 5e effects. Come on. D and D 5e effects. Really? So they have the Pathfinder effects. Why don't they have the D&D effects?
It's in there. You just
You
not
just gotta look
finding
for
it.
it. So
You just
fantasy.
gotta scroll up on the left and go to D&D. You're in. There it is. D&D. You just passed it. D&D 5e rule set.
All right, let's find this for him. Effects. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. If 5e effects for automated. Okay, here we go. So let me. This is how I learned. This is how I learned to do it. So here's the link for it. And they'll take you down through everything. They'll show you. I mean, when I say everything, it's going to be. This thing is so long. And it basically gives you. So here's attack ATK and the different permutations of how you can do that. And here's they give you the syntax, they give you examples, and so yeah, I would just study this. The other thing I tell people to do is open the spells in mine or the class features or whatever, and look and see what is the description of what it does, and then how did I code it. And if you go through 5 or 10 of those, you'll be like, oh, I see how this is done. And then for specific weird examples, you can come to this wiki and sort of search for what you need. But basically, I taught myself how to do it out of like desperation and inspiration. Like I willed it to be done, and I just went through and did everything, and it took me forever. But people are so glad. That's what I get the most comments on is, oh, Rob, thank God that you did this. Our games are so much faster and easier now, and oh, please. And I've had people who appreciated it tell me I went and bought it, and then a year later I bought it again just to help, just to support you. And I'm always really appreciative of anybody throwing money at me, especially lately. And then people are kind of rebuying them on the Forge because we moved a lot of stuff from the DM's Guild to the Forge after we begged them for like 3 years to do it or whatever. They finally hydrate. I saw that. I gotta hydrate. Now, why isn't hydrate showing up on my? Hydrate's the only one that's not showing up. I see it in the chat, but it's not showing up on my redeem the things that people bought thing.
Put that image I put in your image folder for that campaign in the
On Discord?
chat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one.
Download it.
Yeah, this is cool. So download that to the. Okay.
Top right. Download. There you go.
Download. Got sound.
Wait, I should have. I didn't shutter the sound out, but it doesn't affect anything. I think so.
Oh, there's the C one is in there too.
You do have a couple there.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to. Are they in the assets?
Yeah, but you gotta refresh.
Oh, I gotta redo the reload thing.
No, 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 just refresh your assets. That's all.
Oh, well, I refreshed the whole damn.
That that'll work too, I guess.
Maps with audio effects embedded will not work, Leron says. Let's find out if he's right about that. I mean, do you mean the audio won't work or the map itself just won't work? We're gonna find
The
out.
audio doesn't work, but I haven't had any issues with the map not working.
So Simbarchi, that's just one. Conditions and effects are they're for players and DMs, but mainly DMs to slap on like an NPC when something happens. Like, oh, the NPC gets the blur effect. Okay, let's put it on there. But the coding modules are better ways to learn how to code. Hi, Kitty. You coming on my lap? Come on. Kirk is on my lap, everybody. Okay. Let's go to assets. And let's go to campaign. Sometimes you have to click, sometimes you have to double click. And then here's the tropical pond, which we just, yeah, so it works. Quick map. Uses fill. Large. What in the hell is this?
Well, you put your party and your enemy where you want, and then you hit submit, and it throws them all on the map, and it puts the map under there. It's pretty fast. There you go. They're all on
Nice.
there now.
Nice. Hey, how come I don't hear the sound? I'm just kidding. So yeah, there they are. Oh, and I could have put them like I could have positioned them where I want in that grid. I see. That's crazy. I never saw that before. Let's do that again. So I want this map, and I want to do. I can share it with the players. I can create a map record, whatever the hell that means. Set as background decal. I definitely don't want to do that. Quick map. All right, so use as fill. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, okay.
I just do.
Map size large. Encounter. Use combat tracker or drag encounter here. Okay. So I'm going to put the party in the upper left and put the monsters in the lower right. Yeah. And then submit. And then I wish this thing would somehow default to how tall your screen is or something. I don't know. Is there an extension for that? So yeah, there they are. They're in the upper left and the bottom. And then there's the animated map. Okay. Was that somebody's question? Leroon, the map works. I think you just meant the sound.
See how it just duplicated the map, like made two of them when you did large instead of
Oh,
standard.
is that what happened? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, use as fill. Okay, I didn't notice that. So let's go back. Let's not use it as fill. Use as fill. No, not use as fill. Okay, so we're going to do that instead. So I just want the one regular map. Yeah, then I want it to be this tall. I want it to be this big and be as big as it can be. There we go. Yeah, so okay, there we go. I didn't notice that. You were
What does it look like on 2D view?
oh,
Probably
pretty cool.
it
Still
actually
automated.
doesn't look too bad. It still looks 3D-ish. Like
That sort of looks pretty cool, you guys. And if you yeah, that's going to be a thing for people to do is to make their character 3D so they can in the game they can have their token and their 3D character. But then they're going to always be begging the DM, "Go to 3D." Or can players look at the map 3D themselves if they want? I don't know.
yeah. The other cool thing that they've
What the hell is this?
that's where you can move your camera around. Put the turn the little arrow indicators on the bottom of the map. We can turn it on and off now. Up there next to the lock, there's the little crosshairs
This
to the
one?
right. No, down. to the right. Right there. Toggle navigation panel on off. There you go. Now you can drive the boat down there with the arrows. Mouse wheel to go up and down. Wheel.
Yeah, I'm doing the mouse wheel and it's not doing anything.
I think you got to use the arrows down there, up and
Well, the
down.
arrows
there.
are what's driving it.
Well, no, the. Oh, you're
Oh,
pushing
here.
the little button? Yeah.
Forward.
There's also up and down, like height and.
Move up. It's not doing anything. Yeah, it's not working. But still,
I think it depends on who you
still
got
weird.
clicked.
And then you can ping the map. Ping, 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 ping. Ping, 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 ping. You can strafe.
You know how many times everybody's like, oh, "Why can't we ping the map? Why can't
yeah,
we ping
and
the
then
map?"
now you can. Also, if you're playing like a World War II game or something, you're getting strafed. That's I just thought of that right now. So yeah, there's a lot of cool Fantasy Grounds. They do, you know, they're pretty good about adding stuff every so often and making cool stuff, but they really don't. I mean, except for Doug doing a video on YouTube. You know, you need to go to Fantasy Grounds Academy and take some classes. It's how you have to learn about this shit. And then poor Leroon's going, "Oh my god, you just made me have to make 17 more classes." But anyway, did we answer? I don't want to skip anybody's questions, so I hope I didn't. I'm trying to keep up with the chat.
Been more like comments than questions.
Okay, comments are good. Tailspire and Foundry both have 3D support, but I don't think they are used by a large group of tables. He said my, but I think he meant by. Redeems cams. Oh, okay, redeem cams. We can do that. That's something I know how to do. So here's the original view of the driveway, everybody. But now we can break you out into 4 different views, which I will explain. So top left is, of course, the front. Top right is facing west. As you see, the sun sets in the west. The sun is setting over there. That's the roads they're building to the west of my house, and also where they're going to build 268 houses, and they've already put in the sewers and everything else. The bottom left is to the east, which is an extent. So if you look, oh, see, and these 2 cameras time out. I don't know why. It's something to do with bandwidth. So the top left one will usually never time out, but the other ones do. And I found that at night, when the pictures are black and white, because there's no light, they stay connected. But in the daytime, because they're color, they use more bandwidth. I don't know. And they don't usually not come back like that. But anyway, now if I go to I'll click on this one. Oh, whoops. Hello. So this is facing east. So this on the bottom right, that green box, that's the one that's in my yard that you see. And then you can kind of see part of this picture. But this shows the whole cul-de-sac, and then my neighbor's house. And then, oh, here comes a kid. Here he comes. Let's catch him on the front. There he goes, and now he's in the front. He should be in the upper left. Don't go in my driveway, you punk-ass bitch. Punk-ass kid. Let's get a close-up. There he goes. Here comes another one. Oh, wait. You never know. Sometimes the time is delayed a few seconds when you click on it or whatever. Yeah, they're out there riding their little motorcycle. And then the other one was the backyard, which, I mean, I just had another camera, so I figured why not. And that's sort of on the roof pointing down into my backyard. So that's what my backyard looks like. And if you look in the top right of the picture here, let's go focus on it. In the top right, you'll see a black fence. That's my property line. And then it goes out of frame because it kind of goes up this hill. And then if you put it all together, you know, if you think about what you're looking at, that rock wall in the backyard is what you see coming on the bottom right of the picture above it, sort of toward the front of my house. There is kind of a blind spot here, but I the guy just went out and put the camera. I could move it, but there's sort of a blind spot where, like, if you're on the road in front of my house and you're driving off of it onto the dirt over here, that's gonna go away. It's gonna time itself out. Then you can, there's about a car length blind spot, and I can just go out there and move the camera a little bit left, and there wouldn't be a blind spot. But I don't, with the hose up my nose and my deteriorated condition, I don't care to go out there myself and move that. I tell somebody.
You could ask Sven to do it while he comes over.
A riding lawnmower, yeah, Sven.
You can watch and tell him a little to the left.
Get on the. He'll be on the cell phone. And be like, no, left. But anyway, so there you go, guys. I got 4 cameras now. In addition to, I have 3 more cameras. One's in the kitchen. Now, can I? Oh yeah, I can go here. I can do all cam. Whoops. I can do. Come on, man. I can do all cam. Come on, man. It's that thing where you press the mouse button and it changes before you. All cameras. Now, how do I cycle between them? That I don't know. Oh yeah, like this.
Yeah, Rob's on oxygen coming up on a year almost. Getting close to it.
It's October 1st. So that's the doorbell camera. And when they built the house, the doorbell camera faces, usually you want it to face out, but it faces sideways. I don't know.
Yeah, but those things are pretty. Mine is very motion activated, and I'm kind of glad it doesn't face out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. What the hell? Okay. Well, so garage isn't wanting to show up for some reason. Ugh.
The cars are having a party out there.
Let's do kitchen. Let's see if we can catch anybody. Oh, see, that one doesn't want to work now too either. So sometimes I don't know. I can troubleshoot it and fix it, but it usually takes 3 or 4 minutes to do that. So I don't want to. Yeah. So. But anyway, I think I have 7 cameras now.
It's like a bunker.
But I can just do outside, which is cool. I'm in a bunker. I'm in the bunker. It's Hitler's last days. I'm in the bunker.
Archie. Oh, the wrong kind of bunkers. Archie
so
bunkers.
Those should show up. I don't know why they're not now. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Celestian, you didn't know, so I'm on oxygen. What happened was in September, I was driving in my car. I felt really shitty. I was on the phone with my phone. Let's change that. I was on the phone with my friend, and I told him, and he goes, "You might want to go to emergency care." And as he was saying that, I was literally driving right past the parking lot of the emergency care. So I went in there, and they go, "Oh, you got pneumonia." So they sent me to the hospital. And why aren't these cameras showing up now? Anyway, we saw enough of the cameras. Let's go back to the show. Let's go back to the show. So I went to the hospital, and it turns out I had both bacterial and there's 2 types of pneumonia, and I had both of them. Bacterial and whatever the other one is. I just can't think of the name right now. And I had both of those. So I was in the hospital for a few days. And then when I was getting ready to get checked out, they couldn't. Thank you so much, Nordal. It is viral pneumonia. They couldn't get my oxygen up. So they said, no big deal. We'll send you home with oxygen. And so they did. And now this is going to turn into a story that you guys didn't ask for, but I need to tell it because Celestian has to know. Double pneumonia, thank you. double pneumonia. Drake, are you going to beat me to it? It was double pneumonia.
Double secret probation.
That's right. So then I went to the pulmonologist. Now, part of this story is for the last many years, I've been a guy who I would climb a flight of stairs or I would walk a long distance and I'd just be huffing and puffing. And I just thought, I just chalk that up to I'm an out of shape fat guy. That's what that is. Turns out, no. Turns out I've had lung issues for probably a decade that went undiagnosed. So they put me on oxygen and I haven't been able to get off of it. And I've been to the hospital a couple more times for other shit. But one of them was a voluntary check in. This is the one that I went to December 29th. My pulmonologist told me to get in my car and drive to the hospital and check yourself in. And we're going to do a thing where they put the camera down your throat and all that stuff, right? So I get there. Happy New Year. I get Shigella. You can look that up. It's like dysentery. I was in the ICU. I almost died. Um, but I'm almost dying all the time. Like I just never die. I have so many near death stories. I have like a half a dozen. Anyway, so I'm in the hospital for 25 days. I should have been there 2, but I got this. I contracted, and what it is the homeless population where I live. They come in the hospital because they're sick, and then they give it to one of the nurses, and they don't wash their hands, and they spread in the fucking whole hospital. So the hospital gave me Shigella. Also, they chipped my teeth. They chipped my dentures, and they had to pay for new ones, and they're unwearable, and I have to go Wednesday to get them fixed again. Anyway, so you guys are like, isn't this a show about fantasy grounds? So,
Wow.
endoscopy. Thank you, thank you. It's called the endoscopy. It is an endoscopy, Celestian, but there's a specific one for the lung called pulmonectomy or something like that. I just can't remember the name of it. And so basically the story is after all this time, after many years of them looking at x-rays and going, oh, you got a little bit of fluid in your lungs, not to worry. And, everybody, all these doctors would look at shit and go, you don't need to worry about it. And then, meanwhile, I can't fucking breathe. So then the doctor that I'm with now, he doesn't, they put me on prednisone. They did all this, they did this, they did that. And they tested all these cultures that they got. They got 8 cultures from when they did the thing in the hospital. They tested 2 in the hospital, sent 6 out to labs. They all came back negative for like everything. So like they said, you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have everything we've tested for. And basically the guy, the pulmonologist that I see, he always tells me, your results are confusing. We don't know what is happening with you. We don't understand it. You have something obviously, but nobody can tell what it is. And I'm like, well, this is not good. And so, because medicine is still a guessing game, I guess, for the most part. So, as it stands now, I have an appointment on the 30th of this month to go back. And they've weaned me. I was on 60 milligrams of prednisone. And they weaned me down now to 20. And probably they're going to take me off of it. Because it's a horrible drug. I've gained like 15 pounds. If you take this prednisone, first of all, I took it when I first had my liver transplant 10 years ago. It made me nuts. This time it didn't make me crazy. That I know of. It doesn't make me crazy. But it makes you just want to eat 24/7. All you want to do is stuff your face. You're so hungry all the time. And that's a bad side effect. So I have a second opinion pulmonologist that I'm trying to get in to see. He's supposed to be the best here where I live, but obviously I talked to them and she goes, oh, we need to get a referral. And my doctor sent a referral over. And then I talked to the gal in the office to make an appointment. And she goes, oh, well, we haven't got to your referral yet. And I go, well, they fax it in. And then she said this to me, and I'm not kidding. Oh, yes, but we get hundreds a day. So we just have to work our way to you. And I said, hundreds a day. She goes, yes, we get hundreds of referrals every single day. And I'm like, what kind of doctor's office? You're not like Dr. Vinny Boom Bots in New York City. Like, what's going on? Anyway, I don't know. So that's the story. So I'm still on oxygen, 3.5 liters. And I wear it all around my house. And if I go out in my car, I have to take a tank and juice it up. And so that's it. And part of the story was in October, shortly after I was on oxygen, like about 4 weeks after I started, I went to the highest elevations of Colorado like a fucking moron. I went to like 10,000 feet, and we had a little fantasy grounds get together that we do very often with Gwydion, and Robin and her husband were there, and Spencer was there,
And it snowed.
And Drake Takes was there, and who am I missing? Mark was there, and it was awesome. It was a great little mountain
Gwydion.
cabin thing. Gwydion was there, yeah. That's it. And then those guys played games all weekend, and I literally sat in the bed and tried to and laid down in the bed and tried to not die for like 90% of the time, and I almost did
he,
die. And then as we
he
were
didn't even
leaving,
he
we were
didn't even
driving.
eat hardly anything either.
And I didn't eat anything either. Yeah, driving back down to Denver to go to the airport. I was in the car with Svenster and um, Gwydion,
Gwydion.
and they were as we were coming down in elevation, I did not appear to be getting better. So they were like, maybe we should take you to the ER. And as soon as that was mentioned as an idea, I said, yes, let's do that. And I went to the ER, and then they admitted me. And I stayed an extra day in Colorado. They just had me there for 24 hours. And then McClancy put Sven and I were traveling together because Sven lives in Spokane with me, not with me, but in my same town. So we were traveling together, and we called the airline and made arrangements to get a flight the next day, and so that Sven didn't have to sleep in a chair in the hospital room with me all night. McClancy came to the ER too separately. Mark did, and he's such a great guy. He spent his Hilton points to get Svenster a room for the night, close to the hospital there. So awesome of him to do that. And anyway, that was part of the story. I almost fucking died then too. And then on the plane ride home, I probably wasn't gonna die, but I felt like I was gonna die because I'm with this portable oxygen thing that has a battery. And then about 20 minutes before we landed, the battery ran out. So now I fucking can't breathe. Well, I can breathe, but I can't breathe well. And so we get to the airport, and they come running with a tank or whatever. I don't know. So it was just horrible. And so now my life is I sit at home and I order Grubhub and I order groceries, and I don't really go anywhere unless I'll get in my car and drive and get food in the fast food window and then drive home, but that doesn't involve me getting out of my car. And so the only reason I go anywhere to get out of my car is these doctor's appointments and now dental appointments, which I wasn't supposed to have for the rest of my life. But
So, are you technically a bubble boy?
I'm a bubble boy. I need you to bring me Yoo-Hoo and play Trivial Pursuit with me.
The
But
mooks.
I'm not, you'd think it would make like a person in my condition could very easily become 100% agoraphobic and then depressed. And I'm not depressed. I'm concerned about my health, but I'm in relatively good spirits, and I do my shows and I do my games, and on Wednesdays Graham and Sven come over and play board games with me unless there's a particular situation on a Wednesday where that can't happen. And so, I still have my life, but yeah, Celestian, I'm surprised you didn't know because it's been 6 months, right? October 1st, it's been 6.5 months that I've been on this oxygen. And
No, Manicure rented a 4-wheel drive little SUV, and he drove in the slippery. It was slippery coming down after it snowed, but other than that, it was a great trip. Other than Rob almost dying,
yeah, I almost died.
the rest of us had a
Um,
good time.
and then I went to the cardiologist, and now they prescribed a medication. My pulse rate is also high. My pulse rate's like 120 all the time. So now it's down to about 100 because the 3 days taking this cardiologist prescribed a medication to reduce. This is what he said to me. He goes, it reduces your heart rate. It might also lower your blood pressure, and it can help with lung issues. And he's a cardiologist, not a pulmonologist. And I'm like, why the fuck? This should have been given to me like 6 months ago. So then, thank you, Celestian. Thank you so much. I appreciate your well wishes. I really do. And I'm also going to get a heart monitor, which is apparently thing that you just stick it on your chest. He made it seem like it had you peel off the sticker and put it on your chest. I don't know, but I'm going to go get fitted for that here in the next couple days. And then they're going to monitor my heart. Apparently that sends a signal that bounces off the atmosphere. I don't know how it works. And because there's nothing wrong with my heart, but my heart is having to work harder because I can't breathe. So when you don't get enough oxygen, the body's response is pump more blood. He needs more oxygen, pump more blood, faster, faster, faster. And then there was this, I don't, so Celeste, you won't know this, but a couple weeks ago I went to the ER because my pulse rate was 180 for like 12 hours, like the whole day. And I was like, whoa. And I live alone, so I went out to go run an errand, and I noticed my pulse was 180. I came home, 180, 180, 180. Got to be about midnight, still 180. And I was like sitting in a chair doing nothing, and I'm like, So I go to the ER, I drive myself over there, and they're like, oh yeah, it's a good thing you came in. This is no good. So they give me medicine, they inject medicine in the IV. They go, this is going to reset your heart, kind of like rebooting your computer. And I go, okay. And they give me this medicine, and he goes, you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel like you're riding a roller coaster for about 5 seconds. And I go, okay. And they inject me with this fucking medication. And I felt like I was going to die. And I go, you're going to change the description of what you tell people. And there's like 3 doctors and 2 nurses standing. And they go, yeah, we've never had it. We've given it to people, but I've never taken it. What does it feel like? And I go, here's what you tell people. You tell people that it feels like someone's standing on your chest, your whole head is on fire, and that you're going to die immediately. That's what you tell people it feels like. But then it goes away. So they gave me that medication, and of course, it didn't work. So they go, okay, the safest way we can do this is to shock your heart. And I go, okay, well, then let's do it. And they go, okay, we're going to have to put you out. And I go, okay. And then they said, we're going to knock you out with a combination of fentanyl and propofol. And I said, fentanyl, isn't that the bad one? And one of the doctors goes, only if you know a guy named Cockroach. And I go, okay, I don't know any guy named Cockroach. I go, and he goes, okay, we're good. So they knock me out. They just knock you out for like 5 minutes. But because you don't want to be awake when they do the paddles on your chest, because it fucking hurts, right?
Might give you a heart attack if you're awake.
Yeah, it might give me a heart attack. That's the opposite of what they're trying to do. And it wasn't like on TV where they have these metal things and they put butter on them and they rub them together. It wasn't that. They've already put on the
Put butter on them.
whatever
Quincy was he stuck
they
somewhere?
Put that
that
gel
he's
on there and
butter?
rub it together. But what they do is they put these stickers on you, and the stickers have wires coming out of them. So it's just about a 3 by 6 inch sticker, and they put one on your chest, sort of over your heart, and one down by your side, and those are the shocker things. So they knock me out, and then I wake up, and yeah, just a minute, Caesar, just a minute, clear, he says. So I wake up, and I go, and they go, okay, it worked. And I go, awesome. And then my pulse was down to like 120 now. And they go, we still don't like your pulse being that high, but we like it way better than we do 180. And so I said, did anybody yell clear? And they go, we did. And I go, did I convulse like on TV? And they go, yes, you did. And I go, oh, awesome. I was making jokes with those guys. So still too high, yeah. So then, like, here, let me check it now. Right now, it should be around 100 or 110, because the medication did lower it. I'll check it what it is right now with my oximeter here. So anyway, I'm not in real good shape, everybody. I'm not. So 106 is my pulse, and 92.
I mean, technically, round is a shape.
Yeah, and part of there's no secret that part of my problem is my obesity. It's not good to be a fat guy. Like all these, like, it's funny because I lean left politically, right? I'm on the left side. I wouldn't say I'm all the way left, but I'm mostly left. And left are the woke people. And left are the people who say, you shouldn't fat shame people. And I'm like, no, you should. You should totally fat shame people and yell at them to get not fat, because don't make it okay.
Sir,
it's fucking not okay.
Weren't you just here yesterday and ordered a Big Mac meal? Are you sure you need one in 2 days in a row, sir?
I forgot.
You need that kind of shaming?
Well, I mean, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't shame people to be a mean asshole. But you should, like I'll give you a good example. For those of you that watch Bill Maher on his show Real Time, he always talks about how part of COVID and part of all the deaths of COVID weren't necessarily because of COVID alone. It was because fat people got COVID, and they have so many comorbidities that's if they were an otherwise healthy person, they might have survived it, right? So he's got a point there, and so knock wood, I've never got COVID. Plus, I've had 85 shots. I don't know how many. But yeah, you shouldn't shame people to be a mean asshole. But I think it's okay to say to someone who's overweight, like, hey, you should think about getting healthy, or whatever. You should. And believe me, when I'm choking down that Big Mac, Drake, I am thinking about it. And I've always been so this is my opinion, about addiction, because I'm obviously a food addict, right? But you can name any type of addiction, no matter what the type is: alcohol, drugs, sex, video games, gambling. You can name any kind of addiction, bar none, that you can name. You can quit cold turkey except one, and it is bar one, and that is food, because you can't quit food. You have to manage it.
Well, maybe oxygen, but there's different idea.
Oxygen? I can't quit it. I can't quit you. Yeah, our
Right.
hammer. Yeah. We don't want to get into politics too much, but you're right. I've never been. This politically correct crap is just way over the line. The whole woke thing. So woke started out to be a good. Woke started out to mean, you had your eyes open to inequality and injustice, right, and social, things like that. But it turned into some other fucking thing with Karen and Chad. Now it's just fucking crazy. It's crazy.
Woke Moments by Karen and Chat. What?
And now Woke Moments by Karen and Chad. If you ever drop your keys into a river of molten lava, just let them go, because man, they're gone. That's my favorite. Yeah, so anyway, Fantasy Grounds, everybody. What's up? But hopefully
He's
everybody's
so
caught
famous.
up on my medical situation, because it's not real good.
The next improvement I'd like to see that it's kind of high on my list of things is the approve all movement button again. Bring that back from Classic. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Approve
why don't
all.
they have that? It could easily be put in
It's
there.
a thing.
That's the thing.
Because
Did you complain? Did you add it to the ID Informer?
it's in there.
It's in there. Okay.
Well, the ID Informer got deleted, so it's in the new one. What the forums?
Oh, they deleted the Idea Informer?
Well, it got deleted or something, so they had to start a
Oh
new
my
one.
god.
But the new one they're totally in control of, right? It's on the forums, so. Or the ID Informer, you had to like log in. Only
Cryptfest. I did 20 minutes on my medical situation. I can't. You're gonna just have to watch the episode. You'll have to just go back and watch it when I post it on YouTube, because I'm not gonna go
well,
through
at
that.
least you didn't miss the giveaway, right?
Holy shit! We got to give away a prize. Yeah, I did. Let's do it. Let's give away a prize after everybody's listening to my medical situation. So we're gonna give away an item. This item can be on the DM's Guild or the Forge. I will put the links in the chat right now for you guys to look. Also, don't forget that on April 20th, everything on the Forge is going to be 50% off. So don't forget about that. For those of you that did not get that announcement.
50% off. Yeah.
50% off everything. All 87 items will be 50%. And it was a pain in the ass. In order to make that happen, I have to open up the sale thing, and I have to click this item, this item. There's no all items. You have to go this one and this one. So I had to click 87 items. Plus, the way it does it is it shows you what's been on sale before. So it'll list like 4 of this one, 3 of this one, 2 of this one, 5 of this one. And I have to go through this whole fucking list of like 1,000 things and click it's a fucking nightmare to have a sale on there, which is why I don't do it that often. Okay.
Well,
so
everybody's going to buy everything on the 20th, and then you don't have to do it anymore, Rob. So
right. All right. So here we go. Type in the chat exclamation medical. That's gonna be
medical.
That's gonna be the keyword for tonight's raffle. So Notham's in, Sambarchi, Agent Covenant, Thelgor, Kellowan, Caesar, Noldar. Everybody's in. Critfest is in. Our Hammer's in. And you see the people with the stars by their name. They're special because they've donated. They've given cheer bits or become VIPs or whatever. I don't know. Or they've subbed to the channel. Doesn't matter though. You still win. You don't have to be a special person to win. And so yes, once the counter stops, I will pick one of you. So far, 10 people to win a prize.
I was looking for some Metamucil the other day at the store, and I
Metamucil.
got distracted.
Celestian. Celestian never enters my contest because he's a 2E guy. He plays Savage Worlds. He's a 2E guy, not a 5E guy, and most of my stuff is 5E. And so, all right, here we go. Remember Celestian? I used to say you played Savage Worlds for like the first 5 years. Celestian's been around for so long. He's a good guy. All right, here we go. We're gonna draw the winner. The winner is boom, Kellowan. You know what's up. You won in September, right before I went to the hospital with pneumonia. Not a follower. That's wrong. It's broken.
It hasn't been updating. You have no followers according to that thing anymore.
Yeah, I know. So Kellowan,
Nobody has
you
been
know
a
what to
follower.
do. On the screen there, it'll tell you, go to the DMs Guild or the Forge, pick the item that you want, and then send me a PM. And very specifically, send me your DMs Guild email if you pick something from the DMs Guild, or send me your FG forum name if you pick a Forge product. Please do not send both of me because it confuses me. And it will also greatly help me if you send me a link to the product that you want. On the Forge, it's easy because I just click on the link and click the gift button. On the DMs Guild, I have to click on the link, find out the thing, go to a special page, punch in their email, gift it out. It's a fucking nightmare. But hey, you gotta do it for the people, man. Do it for the people. So if you win, number 1, number 2, number 3, do this now. Do it now. And Drake, this time I'm not gonna forget to go off that slide. I'm gonna leave it there for a couple more.
What happened? You got 10 minutes? What?
10. Oh, 10, do it now. 10 minutes. No, I just tell people do it now because I don't want them to email me or send me a PM in 3 days and go, hey, I won this on Sunday. And I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I got to get it.
Yeah, you should get a warning when you come into the chat that if you're going to participate in the giveaway, that you have to start looking for what you want before you win.
Yeah, hopefully people get inspired and buy stuff. That's right. The idea is you give away one and sell 10. And
well, usually, that's the problem right now with the forges. You can't like put something in your, your wish box or whatever. There's no.
Oh yeah.
You can't like store it until you get paid, right? That's what a lot of people do.
You gotta bookmark that shit and.
Yeah, that needs to get added to the ID Informer. The wish
list.
Wish list, yeah.
Because you can do that on DMs Guild. I think you can have a wish list on DMs Guild.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to this situation. So let's close the 5e wiki. We already greened this out. The next few weeks, we don't have anything special planned, I don't think. Sometimes stuff comes up, though, when we slide it in there. And then big show I just wrote big show on 300 big show. That'll be in the summer. That'll be in late summer, provided it doesn't get bumped down by me being sick or anything. If I die, the show ends. That's it. It's over. There's no more shows. So.
Yeah, I would be boring co-hosting with nobody hosting.
It'll be the Drake show. It's funny because I do tell. They always ask you whenever you're in the hospital. They always ask you if you should be, if your heart should stop. Do you want us to do everything we can to bring you back? And I always tell them, I go, yeah, I got shit to do, and they just laugh. I got shit to do.
Right.
Caesar says, after I buy all the shit on the 20th, I'll start winning prizes again. Well, I doubt you can have everything unless you have the Insanity package. There's no way you'll get everything on the DMs Guild because there's like 400 and some products. Oh, our Hammer needs me to start playing Pathfinder 2. I do like I don't think I'll be a Pathfinder guy. Gwydion tried to get me into it. I played a couple sessions with him, and I do like the 3 action economy. I think that's kind of cool, but I don't enjoy most of the rest of how everything goes in that game. And the reason I don't, so my brain, the way my brain works, I it's barely enough for me to know all the 5e rules. And Drake can tell you I don't know all of them. I probably know 90% of them. But then you're going to ask me to do a whole another RPG. I can't. I'm out. I can't even. I just can't. I mean, I can maybe.
And 5e has those rules that refer to other rules that refer to other rules, so you have to like find your way through the deep
Yeah,
dungeons of the rules.
yeah. But I can scrape through another RPG for like a one shot or but I don't see myself getting, like, I thought, oh, I'm gonna get into Pathfinder and do all the coding. Well, somebody did all the coding for Pathfinder, and like I think they made it available for free. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but I think it got taken away because they did it with the they did it with the IP, and they didn't do link fill like we had to go
As
do
long as
link.
I'm just playing, I would play Pathfinder, and it wouldn't confuse me too bad. But if I was trying to run a game, I would be like, whoa,
Yeah,
because I'm so much into 5e, 3, 4 games going. Um,
yeah.
but like running something like Savage World is like totally different, the rules, so it's not
Savage Worlds
confusing,
are
right?
rules light though. I think it's much easier because I did play Savage Worlds in real life, IRL as the kids say, for a few months, and we played a. It was kind of cool. The CJ, the guy, my friend that lives here in town, he's not really a Fantasy Grounds guy, but he ran a situation where the game we were playing took place in Spokane, and we had like the maps of Spokane, and we were doing it like where we lived, so that kind of gave it an element of, oh, cool. And we were using like real life locations, like we went to this warehouse and this kind of stuff. So that was kind of fun. But that a lot of these games you start up, even if it's with your friends or if you go to the gaming store or you meet local groups in your area or whatever, the IRL games, those all eventually fall apart. It's very rare to have a game last more than like 4 or 5, 6 months. If you got a group that you're playing with in your town and it's been going for like a year or more or several years, that's a very rare thing, right? Because just everything always falls apart. And that's kind of cool with Fantasy Grounds online. It I don't know why, but there's an element of it that people stick to it. And I mean, I kind of make that clear. Like when I start groups, I ask people, I'm like, this is going to go for a while. I go, can you commit to, Sunday nights or Saturday nights or Friday night? I ask them, don't join unless you can commit to, going for years. And they go, oh yeah, no problem. I'm in
Well,
control of my time or whatever.
that's what I always said. I didn't learn Fantasy Grounds as much as some people. I learned that I need players that know Fantasy Grounds better than me.
Yeah. And the other
So I
thing is
got
that
better
when
players, and I
when
love my players because they show up
yeah,
almost all the time, right? I mean, stuff happens, but for the most
right.
part, almost
Our
every
groups
one
that
of my games happen every week.
yeah, me
You know,
too.
every time.
And so yeah, and unless somebody gets sick or what, and then I myself am someone who might uh be somebody who has to skip because I'm not feeling well or whatever it is. But I try unless I think I'm gonna like fucking pass out. I usually try to do whatever I'm supposed to do. But Sunday's easy because it's only an hour or an hour and a half or whatever it is. But and then Friday and Saturday is you're gonna be in for 3 hours, right?
Well, like Robin's game, I just totally get to play. I don't have to stream nothing,
Right, right,
It's just totally get to play, so it's kind of nice. Because the
right.
streaming adds another whole layer of stuff.
Streaming and DMing are stressors for people. Streaming used to be a stressor for me. It's not anymore because I've gotten to the point now where I know where shit blows up. And even if it blows up, it's like, okay, it blew up. and I finally got rid of. I don't use some of the stuff I used to use. The voice meter used to screw me up so bad, and I just discovered I didn't really need it. And I would like to make use of voice, the one that Bob uses, but that screws me up too. So I just use
Voice mod. Oh yeah,
voice
that one.
mod. Yeah, I just don't use it. But I just use OBS to stream, and I don't do anything real special. And then I use the Twitch. I moved away from Stream Elements, and I use the Twitch, the rewards in the bottom of the Twitch chat themselves.
Yeah, those are easy. I like them.
Yeah,
There's
they're
no
just easier.
muss, no
And
fuss.
one of them's not working because when they redeem hydrate, I see it in the chat, and it used to put a notification, but it doesn't. It's the only one that doesn't put a notification anymore, and I don't know why it somehow doesn't. I have to go investigate that. But that's the thing. Everything you have to do to maintain streaming, there's a lot of shit you have to do, and a lot of times I go, oh fuck, I'll get to it later, and then that later becomes 2027. I'm never
Yeah,
gonna
but
get to it.
the the schedule and the routine of the schedule really, I think, gets my players into that routine too. That okay, I got 15 minutes. He's going to start, so we need to show up, get on the table, get busy doing our logging in and all that stuff.
Yeah,
If you
and
don't
these
have that
guys,
schedule, then oh well, I can show up 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late, and then it drags on, and
or
then
not at
it's
all,
just
no names, period, fake.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I will tell you though that these guys in the chat are right. It is much easier to jump on your computer than to get in your car and drive to your friend's house or drive to the gaming store or wherever you're going to have a game. There's a lot more. There's a lot more physically involved steps to doing that because you're also going to stop by the fast food restaurant or stop by the convenience store, grab your 2 liter of soda and some snacks. There's a lot more you have to do to go. And if you're the host, you got to clean off the table and get the chairs ready and make sure everything's, unless you have a special gaming room in your basement or something. There's a lot you have to do to facilitate a game in person. And online, all you have to do is sit down at your desk and load Fantasy Grounds. You're ready to go. Everything else is, it's
Get on
easier.
Discord. I mean,
Get on Discord or get on. In the old days, you get on
whatever.
TeamSpeak, right? I remember TeamSpeak. What a fucking horrible thing.
Remember we were using what was the medical one, VC, for a
Oh yeah,
while
VC. But I mean, we did what we did at the time. We made it work.
for
And
cameras.
yeah, and
VC got
Discord.
taken over by the medical field because of COVID. We were like, oh no,
And
our
then we
secret's out.
use for camera we use Ninja, which is really good. It's actually really good.
Yeah, cameras used to be an issue now, but gee, they really
Yeah,
haven't
there was
even
a point. There
been a
was one
problem.
brief period, and this is way early on, where for cameras I was using Roll20, maybe only 1 or 2 times, and it didn't work very well. But I was like, this fucking Roll20 has cameras. I'm going to use it. And we didn't use the tabletop. We just used the cameras only, and we shrunk them down. But then that didn't work very well. Yes, and Skype and Zoom. People, you can do what you want for cameras.
I
But
mean, if you're just running a game and you're not streaming, then yeah, whatever you want to run. I just find Discord has like chat channels and places to post stuff, and it
yeah,
just all in one kind of thing. But if you're not trying to source those cameras on OBS, then it's easy. You just
right.
turn them
And we've
on
got
in
it down now
Discord.
to where we can, where we can. Oh, here, should I show everybody?
Well,
Got my haircut, everybody. I buzzed it all off. Yeah, Spencer. Why am I floating left? What is happening? my God. Oh, it's the background. Yeah, so and then my tooth is chipped, right? These are my old. So my new dentures. I have new dentures, but they're unwearable because they hurt so much because they're not adjusted right. I have to go back Wednesday and get them fixed. So I still have my own. This is where the hospital dropped my dentures and they chipped my. Because I look like I'm a fucking tough guy from New Jersey. Don't write me letters, people from New Jersey. Anyway, enough of looking at me. But yeah, I buzzed my head off because it's gonna be summertime. They're not gonna write me. Ah shit, that's funny. So, yeah, Sunday night, usually you don't get to see me on Sunday nights. Also, you don't get to see me that big. I'm usually a little square on the game screen. So, yeah. What else? I think that's it. Does anybody else have any more questions? And again, as you know, as a watcher of this show, the questions can be about anything, up to and including, why, Spock, why do you have to yell? Come here, buddy. You want me to pick you up and pet you? I'll do it if you'll come here. What he does is he meows and then he comes like just barely out of reach of me. So I can't pick him up. And he looks at me like, dude, pay attention. Be more like your sister and shut the fuck up. How about? Come here, buddy. You want to go on camera and show people? I'll pick you up. Come here. Couldn't get him. Anybody that wants to go on camera, all you got to do is come on my lap. That's all you have to do. No, they're not going to do it. Cat cam. Yeah, they just... It's funny, they don't make any noise unless I'm in here in this office chair. And I can only assume the noise is, hey, you're not paying attention to me.
Or hey, you're talking and we're talking back.
Oh, it could be that. It could absolutely be that. Wow, I never thought of that. Yeah, I'm using my voice, and so are they. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come here, buddy. Okay. That's right. So heavy. All right, let's go. Let's go show you. Let's go show you. There we go. This is Spock, everybody. Huh, buddy? 12 pounds you weigh. She only weighs 9.4. She's a dainty flower. You're a beast. Yeah, and he doesn't... Even though he's purring, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like to be held this way. Do you? You don't like it, do you? You don't like it. He's already fidgeting. Now, if I allow him to paw my face, he'll that satisfies him, but he's not wanting to do it right now. Oh, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. You just want to get down, don't you? Okay. Go ahead and get down. If we get lucky, he might stand. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Buy your t-shirts, everybody. Oh, you can even see that on wow, it's amazing. You guys can see that. It is covered with cat hair. All right, I don't like looking at myself. So we're going to change.
Good. We're okay
Monitor
with
2,
you
that's my
turning,
security camera. Monitor 3, that's Chatty and the other screen. There is no monitor 4. So we can go back to... Oh, we go to the slides. Here we go.
which could be your TV there. You could use that as your monitor for.
Oh, yeah, if I decided to fucking do all
If you
that.
ran a HDMI cord over there.
There'd be a clothesline for the cats. And me, probably. So... Join us on this channel on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, everybody. On Wednesdays, we alternate between Solasta and Jackbox games, which are really fun. So you can come and watch us on Wednesdays. On Fridays, well, this Friday, we will be having the final episode of Candlekeep Mysteries. Friday, starting next Friday, will become The Adventures in Panovo as DM'd by McClancy 10006. Then on Saturdays, DM Drake does his game against the Giants, or we do Dragonlance with Robin, and the one that's upcoming this week is going to be against the Giants. And then on this show is on Sundays. That's how it works. And that's it. Oh, she's a cute girl. Oh man. So that you guys saw Spock. He's a boy. The other cat you didn't see is Kirk. That's the girl. Spock weighs 12 pounds. Kirk weighs 9.4. Because my litter robot measures their weight when they get in it. And it's kind of cool. And they recently went to the vet, I think at the end of February, and they got all checked up good. Their teeth are good because I feed them science, diet, and adult oral care. And they don't get I do not feed them wet food. I feed them only cat food, dry cat food, and water. That's all they get. Oh, they also get greenery treats. Oh, I just touched the box. Now they're freaking out because I touched the box. They think I'm gonna give them some. You just had some. I just gave them to you like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, and so yeah, that's the cats, Kirk and Spock. And why did I name the girl Kirk? Because Star Trek. I had to have Kirk and Spock. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna name one Nurse Chapel or Uhura. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh,
They're
hurrah.
too far down the
Hero,
range.
hurrah, hurrah,
Yeah, right.
hurrah. I
Can't
don't
even
know.
say it. So Thelgor, I think that was a cute boy you meant. And yes, he does. They both have nice coats, and how you can tell is anything I'm wearing has their coat on it. They have so much. This hair is everywhere in this house, and I have the cleaners come every 2 weeks, which by the way is tomorrow. Every second Monday they come, and they always go, "Oh, we vacuumed up 17 pounds of hair." I go, "Okay, thank you."
And you have a little robot that runs around too, don't you?
Yes, but I haven't used it since I've got the cats. So those
Huh.
Roomba robots just sit there. They're unused for the last year and a half
Well, I
because
mean, can't you like do both and like put one of your cat toys on the Roomba and let the cats
well,
play
what
with the thing?
happens?
Is it?
So I tried to run the Roomba a few times, and you see these YouTube videos of cats riding the Roomba and everything. These cats, all they do is get in front of it, and then it stops and goes the other way, and then they go run and they get in front of it again, and they just keep getting in front of it. They let them hit it. They stand there until the Roomba hits them. Like I apparently they think that's what's supposed to be happening. So
You gotta do
basically,
like
yeah, I'd have to
you
I'd
gotta
have to
do like my mom does is she closes off the Roombas in each room and lets it just vacuum in there for
yeah.
a
So the
while.
way my house is I have hardwood floors in the whole house except for the bedrooms, but the Roomba just does the hardwood floors. It doesn't do the bedrooms. Now I could put it in there and let it do it, but it's just I just don't. And the house cleaners come and they use their regular vacuums, like a real human vacuum that you push, and then they mop the floors and do all that stuff. They're supposed to be here for an hour. They usually end up being here between an hour and 20 minutes and around in there
You can
because
have the Roomba out in the garage vacuuming.
yeah, but then if the garage it wouldn't work. It wouldn't
Snow
work.
and dirt and globs.
Well, but also there's my garage is so here. Let's see if I can now get is the garage camera going to work for me at this point? Let's find out. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Oh, it is gonna work. Okay, let's look at it. So here's the garage. My car is in there, obviously, but there's you can see boxes and Alexa, garage light on. Let me turn it into a color picture. Alexa, garage light on. It should become color. There we go. So you can see there's just a table full of my eBay auctions, and there's a green recliner over there, like about equal to my windshield. If you go back, there's a dark green recliner that you can kind of see because it's got shit piled on it. There's just so much stuff. The roll top desk in the corner on the left hand side by the video game. There's just so much crap piled, and then what you don't see is on the on the passenger side of you can see this crap I
Oh,
have in my
did your
passenger.
stream just quit?
Oh, did it?
Or was that me that just lost it? Let's see.
No, stream still is the stream. Did the stream quit? Is it still going?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
my
you. It's you.
connection just got lost.
Oh, okay. Well, it's you. Because they say it's still going. So if you see
Yeah, it's okay now. Yeah.
on the passenger side of my car against that wall is a bunch of stuff stacked up too, but you don't, it's under the camera, so you don't see it. But yeah, there's my garage, which is a 3-car garage. It has 1 car and a bunch of crap. And it's funny. I moved into this house 3 years ago, and I'm a single man in a 3-bedroom, 3-car garage house, and I'm out of room. I got more shit. I got to just get rid of it. And I
That's a
have 100.
3-bedroom? I thought it was only a 2-bedroom.
No, so there's my bedroom, there's the office that I'm in, and then there's a spare bedroom.
Yeah, I didn't know you had a spare bedroom.
Yeah, spare bedroom is, I mean, it's not total. It's not like a storeroom, but it has all my comics in it, all my comic collection, like on shelves and in the closet. And if I do have a visitor, I can make that room work for someone to sleep in there, which I've done. I did that for Tommy, and I'll probably do it for Ida when she comes in the summer. Ida's coming in the summer to go to her 40th high school reunion. Hey, what do you guys? Oh, you get on camera, you think you're a star, and you can just do anything you want because celebrities have no laws. Is that what's happening? They're fucking with a empty Amazon box.
It's like my dad had a whole bunch of crap.
So since the garage camera worked, let's see if the kitchen camera works. Only the cats are here. This is just a camera sitting on my counter in my kitchen. Again, black and white. Alexa, kitchen south on. Turn color.
Oh, I
Boom.
like the art you got hanging over there by those windows. Not.
Yeah, I don't yet. Those are that. So the one on the left is a sliding glass door. The one on the right is just a window. What the fuck, you guys? And then yeah, what's the other camera? What's the one I'm missing? So west, kitchen, garage, front door. Oh, it's I'm counting the. So I have 7 cameras. I have 4 outside,
And your ring.
2 inside, and then my doorbell. So that's 7. Yep. There's a little kitty fountain on the left-hand side of the counter, the silver round thing. That's a kitty fountain. Water comes out of that. They drink it. And that's it. And see, see, like that whole kitchen counter should be completely empty. But like, here's some Gatorades. I'll just set them right here so I can easily put them in the refrigerator. Then I just leave it there. And then I got like 2 boxes from Amazon or something that I just haven't even opened yet. They're just sitting there. That red tin with white dots on it next to the box. That's a Christmas cookie tin that my neighbors gave me on Christmas that I set on the counter, and it hasn't moved since. Right? This is just what happens. Behind that big box is like a stack of mail I have to.
What do your housekeepers just like clean around your piles?
They do,
like...
and I gave them specific instructions. Like, if you see a stack of papers, don't fuck with it. Don't move it. Don't, so they just kind of work around shit. Yeah, so they do. They work around. So they know me. I mean, I've been Erica and Katie are their names, and they've been working with me since probably 6 months ago, or 9 months. How a year? I just, for me, I'm an old guy, so time doesn't mean anything to me. So that's it. Let's go back to outside. Is it dark yet? No, almost. Street lights on. Street light. So there you go, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. The one lonely orange cone out front of my house, just by itself with a stick in the yard. I don't know what that's about. So,
They're going to move that fire hydrant and fix your driveway.
they're not going to move it, and they're not going to fix my driveway. If they dig up my driveway, I might heat it, but
no, they're just going to fix the angle so you can go the other way.
So I can drive out and go that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that'll be the way I want to go when they get the street that goes all the way down to the main thoroughfare.
Right. When you go down there and take a right, you can just keep on going to Taco Bell.
Zips and McDonald's and Taco Bell and Mod Pizza and Panda Express, they're all to the right. So that would be a quicker. That would be an.
And then when you come back, you're gonna have a hard time turning in because you gotta.
Right. I need them to angle it. I need them to, instead of angling it that way, I need to angle it that way. Like that.
It's a city.
Because you see that this by the mailbox isn't straight. It's angled. It's not straight out like you'd think it would be. It's angled. It's really weird.
It's
Anyway,
a
the
city.
life.
They gotta fix it.
This is a tire mark you can see from space. So that's it, everybody. Drake, we did an hour and 45 minutes just fucking around. It was fun. I always enjoy Sundays with you.
Yeah.
And with you, the viewing audience, which by the way is less than it was a little while ago. As soon as you give away the prize, they leave.
Well,
And so
they
you know
also
what?
some of them probably fell asleep because it's that time.
And we're gonna give away another prize.
What?
Yeah, let's do it.
Winner chicken dinner?
Yeah, another.
Another.
So we're gonna start the counter. Type in exclamation another, everybody, and you will win. Kellowan need not apply because
Another. Kellowan, you can't enter it again, so
can't
you
enter it
can't
again.
enter another.
All right, Noldar's in, Simbarchi's in. 40 seconds, everybody. Rammer's in, Robert's in, Critfest is in, and Oscar Foz is in. Another keyword raffle ending in 25 seconds. Enter exclamation another in the chat, and you will be on the list to win. Right now, you got a 20% chance. There's only 5 people. The new merch is here. You can get a hoodie. You can get a t-shirt. You can get a cell phone cover for like an iPhone 7. They don't keep up on that. Keyword raffle closing. All right, let's see who the new winner is. Another prize will be going to a Robert Hammer. Congratulations, Robert, who won like a month ago. So you know what to do, Robert. I don't need to put the prize slide up again, but I'll do it anyway. You get what to do. Send me a link to what you want and your information, and I'll give it to you. And that's it. That's how you do it. Let me give you the links again. There's the Forge. There's the DM's Guild. Like that. Up arrow, enter, up arrow, enter. That's how easy that was for me. Chatty. Check out Rob Twohy's Dungeon Master Guild offerings. Yeah. Yep, taking a look at the Forge, he says. All right. So you don't know what I'm going to do, everybody.
You got 10 minutes. You better hurry up.
You got 10 minutes. I might give away a prize. You don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Nobody knows what I'm going to do. Go out to the driveway.
Crazy.
I kind of like looking at. Let's do the 4-banger. Let's do the 4-banger.
Who's that guy at your door? Amazon?
That guy's probably some delivery dude. Oh, that's the guy. Oh, that's the guy that dropped off my A&W order, and he had Down syndrome. And I'm like, surely you weren't driving. I didn't say this to him, but I was like, surely you're not the driver of the car. He probably was just riding with his friend or his family member. Because he definitely had Down syndrome. And oh, there's my front porch. Oh, interesting. It decided to put my front porch as one of the cameras. Now, how do I make it so that it doesn't do that? I need to go to outside as well. I need to go to outside. How do you make it go to all outside? All cameras or outside cameras? Even though the front porch is an outside camera, that doesn't make any sense.
I think you should get a remote control car. Drive it around.
And drive it around out there. Yeah, but you have to be in close proximity. Now, so you'll see the timestamps, right? They're all relatively the same. One of them will stop counting time, and then you'll know that's the camera that's going to fade out. Right now, they're not stopping. Here's the sound of me crushing an aluminum soda can. You don't want to mess with me.
Watch it. You might cut your oxygen hose and suffocate.
I can crush. That used to be a joke I did. I go, you don't want to mess with me, and then I'd crush an aluminum can, which any 5-year-old can do. You don't want to mess with me.
Cut your finger.
Yeah. So someone parked in that red car or maroon car parked on the lower left camera in front of my neighbor's house, and then the car that's parked across from me. I don't like these people. I don't like street parking. Oh, Tyler's got his Jeep and his truck in that street. What for? Why is he doing that? I don't understand. I don't understand why he's doing that. So, yeah, it's just interesting to sit in here in my bunker. You have to say it with a New York accent with an A at the end instead of ER. Bunker. That's how you say it. All right, are we done? Is that it? I got to go watch other shows. I finished watching Ripley, which was fun. And I finished watching. This is something all of you would be interested in because it's a nerd thing, and maybe you've already seen it. Get down, Spock. Get down. There's a show called Con Man on Prime Video, but it may be available on the web itself. It is a web series done like 9 years ago. Con Man, referring to Convention Man, done by Alan Tudyk, the guy from Firefly. And it's just 25 episodes. They're all between 10 and 17 minutes, so you can watch the whole series in a few hours. And it's really super funny, and it's a lot of in jokes and stuff about, like Comic-Con type stuff, and him as a character, and he's an actor, and it's just really funny. And I never knew about it. And, it's like almost 10 years old, and I never even heard of it. And then I watched it last few days, and it's just super funny. Yeah, Con Man, very funny, Critfest. And it's currently you can watch it on Prime Video. Let's check and see if I don't know that it's still on the web. It was originally a web series, and it might still be available on the web. I'm not sure. Where to watch? Let me switch back to the Con Man. Here it is. Oh, free on the Roku channel. Free on Amazon Prime. So the Roku channel, you can get it. And why you wouldn't be able to watch it on the web itself, which is where it originally originated. I don't. It originally originated. Drake, I'm losing it.
Originally originated. It sounds
Con Man
proper.
on YouTube. Oh, is it on YouTube? Wait a minute. Is it on YouTube?
Isn't everything
yes,
on
it
YouTube?
is. It is 100% on YouTube. So there you go. Season 1, Season 2. Yep, it's all here. Yep. I don't think... two ways to watch. Free, or you can buy them. That's really funny. Which do you choose? That is so fucking hilarious. You can watch it for free, or you can buy them.
Well, some people like to own them and download them and store them.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
they don't.
And I'm on YouTube Premium, so maybe that's why I'm getting them for free. I don't know. Here, let me sign out. How do you log off? You fucking just log off your fucking thing. Sign out right here. And then let me see if it still offers it to me for free. No, I don't want to sign in. Okay, I'm not signed in to YouTube Premium. Con Man. Oh, still offers it to me for free. So yeah, so everybody. So if you don't have Roku or
Free
Prime,
with ads. With ads.
oh, with ads,
okay.
yeah, free with ads. Oh, now let me go sign in again. And sign in. And next. And sign in. Next. Sign in. Something went wrong. What? What do you mean? What do you mean something went wrong? What the fuck? Sign in. Choose an account. Maybe I was clicking it too. Yeah, show password. Good idea. Oh, not this again. Okay, well, now I'm all fucked up with trying to get in.
Now you're gonna have to go find your password, and you better not do all that. You're gonna get your password on the site, and oh, okay, I see it. Yeah.
Oh my god, you got to be kidding me. So now I got to go to my password. It's a Google Vault. Go to my vault. So I got the slides on, so I'm not going to dox myself like I do all the time. Sign in. Gmail. But it's not Gmail, it's Google. Gmail. What? Why are you... Now my computer's frozen. What the hell is happening?
Gmail? No, Google.
It's not even... This thing is so slow. What is happening? It's like my...
You are streaming and stuff, so maybe.
I know, but it usually doesn't... Oh, so it's not... Okay, so fine. So known, yes. Yes, there's two of them. So is it this one? Yes, it's this one. So is it... And so let's look at this one just real quick. Yeah, that's the one that needs to go. Delete. Okay, let's go back here. Punch in this password. All right, now we're back in. Now it's asking me to verify on my Galaxy, which I don't even have, but that's a trick. It's a trick. Oh, my throat. I'm getting a scratchy throat. This is what happens when I talk too long. Okay, so as I was saying, if you don't have Amazon Prime or you don't have the Roku channel, you can watch it on... You can watch it free or free with ads if you don't have premium. By the way, you will be watching ads on Roku. And if you're a Prime membership, you already know that unless you pay the $1.99 a month premium bullshit fee, you will also be watching with ads on Prime. Because they're dicks. Okay, I have to end the show because I'm starting to get a sore throat and that's not good for me. So, good game, everyone.